I hope you all are enjoying the project, and in this video we are going to implement the projects section in the website where you all can showcase your own built projects. So let's get right into it.
Right. So let's start working on the project area. Right. So I've created another folder, Final Project 3. So in this, you can say folder, you will find all the files which we'll be completing after this video. Right. So, ठीक है. So we want to implement our stuff in my project. So I'll just find out where that class is. Projects class. Just give me a second. Projects. Yep, project class is here. And inside this project class I want, okay, so alright, so this is empty right now. Let's add some content to it. So I'll just add a projects heading, right? Projects heading, and I'll just write here my projects, right? Now after this I'll add another div, and here I'll write projects showcase, right? And here I'll just write div, and here I'll write project, right? Project, and in this project item, right? Let's name it project item. I'll have 3, 4, let's say 5 project items, right? So let's go to project showcase. Here I'll just create 2 classes, project heading, right? Projects heading, sorry, you need to keep that in mind. So projects showcase and dot project item, right? Project item. All right, so these are all the classes I'll be using. So let's quickly add some background colors to these to get an idea of where these are present right now. So background color, I'll just give it yellow. Correct. So you can see right now project showcase is not visible because it's not having any content in it. Okay, so all right. So what I want is I want project to have a display of flex. Flex direction should be, I want my projects to come here, and project showcase, a project heading to come here, project showcase to come here. So it should be column itself, right? And let me add some padding to it. Padding, I'll just say 3dem. Yep, this seems fine to me. 3dem of padding. When we expand it, it will get expanded. Okay, and I'll just give it a align items center and justify content center, right? So right now it is looking like this. Everything is coming into the middle, right? Everything is coming into the middle. I'll just give project heading a color of, let's say, white, correct? And I'll just give what I'll just give a project color, and after this project color I want to give font size of, just give it a font size of 3rem. 3rem is, I think, a lot. Let's give it 2.5rem. I think this seems to be fine, right? Okay, so project showcase, I want to give project showcase height, okay, height HEIGHT of 80%, right? And the width of, let's say, 80% as well. Let's try this out. So you can see now my projects is here, and it is definitely okay, acting great. All right. So one more thing, that my projects should have there should be some space in between these two, right? So I'll just give it, either I can give a gap here of, let's say, 1-2rem. So this will create a gap, right? But this can expand my, okay, All right, this does work, but later on we can also give it, if gap doesn't work as per our liking, you can also give it a margin bottom of 2 rem, right? This will also do the job fairly good, right? This is also working, but let's just give it a gap right now. Let's give it a gap of 2 rem only. So now my projects are here, and I'll just remove the background color from this because I have done the work for this. Now let's start working on this. So it's really good when you give background colors so that you know where the div is present currently, right? All right, so now I want to style the project item, right? So project item should have a height of I want 16:9 ratio because I want to post screenshots here, right? Room canary, and I'll just if I want 16:9, you definitely need that. So okay, so height should be, let's say, calc, and I'll calculate it to be width also. Calc. Here let's say I'll multiply 16. Height should be 9, right? 9 into, let's say, 20 pixels, right? And I'll just give it a background color of red, right? So it is really long right now. Okay, so let's just reduce it to, let's say, 2. So 2 is really less, so I'll just give it 3. Okay, and I'll just give 16 into 3 also, so that ratio becomes 16:9. So okay, width should be, okay, height is 9 and width is 16. All right, let's try to fit this. If I give 9 here and 16 here, 16 here, okay, so this is acting. All right, let's give it a min width, right? Okay, so I think it's going out of bounds. I'll just give it 2, let's give it 1, let's give it 0. Okay. So all right, I'll just reduce this to width. And one thing we can also do is we can add an image of 16:9 here, right? So what I'll do, I'll just add a background color is red is good, but border of 2 pixels solid white I'll give, right? You can see there are a lot of stuff, and definitely that's why I think 16:9 was not working. Okay, so no problems. I'll just remove the glasses. You can see now they have taken their you can say thing. So now we can differentiate between them. So 3 is really less, so 4. I'll just change it to, I want the ratio to be 16:9, right? That's why I'm doing this. So 9, 10. This is very small, so let's give it 20. 20 is a little bit bigger, let's give it 19. So this the height and width of projects with this, I think it's good, right? I'll just give it a border radius. You might be thinking that this is really big right now, but what I want is to wrap around, right? Border radius, let's just give it a border radius of 0.45%. Or I'll just do one thing, I'll just add a class card to it as well. So after every project item, I'll give it a class card. So you can see now they are acting as a card and they look good right now. Okay, so great. So instead of 19, if I do 15, I think that should be enough. Yeah. All right. So project items, here you can keep all your projects, and in this project showcase, I'll just add display flex, because these all are present in the projects. I'll just give it a flex wrap. You can see now they all are wrapping around. Okay, I'll also give some padding. Okay, so padding 1 rem, I think that should be enough. So you can see now they are acting as they all are together. I'll just give it, because they are not centralized right now, I want to align them. So align items center and justify content center. Okay, so now you can see they all are aligning with each other, right? Okay, I'll also give it a gap of, let's say, 2 rem, okay, or 1 rem, right? But they are overflowing right now, so we need to fix that. Okay, I don't want overflowing nature, so all right. So I'll just give it a min width. I'll just give it a min width of 80% so that when the content tries to go out, it actually get expanded. Okay, but right now it's not getting expanded. All right, no problems, no problems. Let's try to fix this. So what is happening is when my content is overflowing. So if I give it the overflow property, if I give it auto, you can see now I can scroll, but I don't want this scroll behavior because some of my projects are getting, you can say, hidden, right? I want every project, and I also actually want this container to resize itself. I'll just give it a, instead of like I've given a height. So okay, so I'll just give it a min height, this, and of course again for project also I'll give it a min height of this. Okay, now you can see by giving min height, I'm not specifying the height, but I'm specifying the overall, you can say, I'm specifying the overall height and width, right? So when the content actually overflows, it takes the size. So other height is auto, by default height is auto, and min height is specified that project should take minimum height of this much, right? You can see the project is taking 100 vh minus 75 rem, and the overflow thing has been resolved. Okay, so now when you scroll, you will get all the projects and it will adjust itself really beautifully, right? So all right, so this is about it, and let's also remove the background color. So I'll just do one thing. If for example, if my window is really big, okay, so let's just copy this in the browser and let's see how does it look like on the browser. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, so you can see I have to add some gap here also, right? Right now it's not looking good, and these are looking like this. All right, all right, all right. So I think right now it's taking a lot of width. I have to reduce the width, right? Let's reduce the width. Styling components is really the main thing of web development. As you can see, project showcase, I'll just give it a min width of uh, let's say 50%, right? Width of 50%. Okay, let's give it a width of 60%. I don't want to change the width of this, so you can see now my projects is coming as we want to come, right? And all right, okay, okay. Let's give it some more width. So let's give it 60% width, right? And I don't want them to shrink, so I'll just give it a flex shrink of 0, right? So let's just see. Okay. Okay. So flexing property should be provided to the project item, right? So yeah, flex shrink of 0, and I want the min width of this to be I've defined the min height. Let's just define the min width as well, and the min width should be this much, right? This much. Calculate 16 is into this much, right? So you can see it stays with them, and the project doesn't hide. The project doesn't get hidden, right? So right now this is how it's looking with my projects, right? Okay. So let's just remove the background color from here for now, and you can see right now projects are looking like this. Let's add some image also, so you can see right now this is ending at this color, right? Let's just go to the browser, and all right, okay, see, that was the website, right? So let's add some image. Okay, I'll just get a new image, like right now we are having background one. Let's add another image which will actually come behind this my projects, right? All right, so let's continue. And you can see here I have opened this website, which you'll find the link to it in description. And I've added an extension, CSS color picker, right? This is a Chrome extension itself. I'll just click it. I'll just click pick. I want the color of this background to start from this color, which this, you can say, background is ending from. So I'll just click pick here and I'll just click here. So you will find two things. I'll just select the hash code of this and I'll just provide the hash code here, right? You can see it is starting from that color. Okay, let me go to staggered waves. Let's just select a good pattern, right? Okay, this seems fine. Let's find other patterns also. So let's just give it the starting color as this, and let's just give it ending color of some color, some other color. Okay, I don't think this is working. Let's find another. This actually looks good. I'll just give it a complexity. I'll just reduce the complexity. This will create somewhat this kind of pattern. I'll just reduce the contrast as well. Let's just increase the contrast to the max. But you can see here I'm losing that upper top area. Okay. All right, let's all right, this is looking weird. All right, just give me a second. Let's get these staggered waves themselves. I don't want these waves, I want these staggered waves. And just give it like this. You can see this actually looks good, but let's just add another color. Okay. It's not working. Let's find another kind of stuff. So I'll just, okay, staggered waves themselves. I'll just delete this color. Let's okay, so this is this color. I just want that to start there, but you can see I'm not able to find a good color. Just give me a second. I'll just delete this black color, and I guess this would work. Let me just, just give me a second. I'll just do one thing. This would work, right? This would work actually, but let's just find a better substitute. Let's just increase the layer. This actually adds a lot of complexity. Yeah, this actually looks good, right? I'll just change the color of bottom. I'll just make it a little bit darker so that our contact us page can come in the bottom, and that way that will look good. Okay, I'll just randomize this 2-3 times to get the best match. This looks fine. So this looks good, I think. I'll just add which should be 1920 to 1080, and I'll just download an SVG image, right? I'll just open the folder. I'll just copy this and I'll just open my VS Code. Okay, and here in this folder I'll just right click and reveal in file explorer. I'll just paste it here and just call it background 2 VG2, right? And for the background image, just like we did for the about, right? Background image, background size cover, I'll just copy these two properties, and in the project I'll just paste these two properties, and here I'll just write background v2.svg, right? Okay. So this is actually looking fine, but you can see right now these colors are not matching. That's what I wanted, these colors to match, but these are not matching. Just give me a second. I'll just download another image. So you can see, okay, so that's because our So our size of the full window is not the same and it will be changing. So one thing we can do is we can either choose another like image, completely different image, so that we get that contrast. But you can see it's really let's just select one of these, right? I'll just, this I think would work, right? Okay. Okay, some image like this would also work, but you get the idea, right? I'll just download an SVG image of this, right? Same dimensions, right? I'll just show in folder and I'll just copy this and I'll just keep that also as an option, but reveal in file explorer. I'll open this folder, I'll just paste this here. I just call it background 3. So bg3.svg, and in the stylings for this, let's reduce this. For the project, I'll just do, let's say, bg3, right? This is also looking fine, right? So again, like you can I think you yourself can customize as per your liking, but let's go with this and let's just not waste any more time trying to figure out what background should we keep, right? So okay, so now what I want is I want some image in this, so I'll just go to lorem pixum, right? This website, I'll just choose a random like I'll just definitely choose random images, but you can definitely you definitely get the idea that you'll be keeping your project screenshots here, right? So I'll just give it pixel 200 is to this, and I'll just do one thing. I'll just, in this, I'll just add an image for every project card, project item. I'll just add the image tag, okay, and I'll just add a source here of this, and here I'll just write 1920 is to 1080. Okay, so you can see right now images are getting like overflowing. I'll give them properties, but right now let's keep it like this only. In the alt, I'll just give it a project image. I'll just remove this source set property, okay, and all right, and in these image tags, so project item, I'll just select all of them, project item. Inside this we want to select all the image tags, and I'll just select I want this in these images to actually take the full size. So uh, image, so there are some properties which are related to image tags. Let me just find them out. So image tag properties, right? So in CSS, you definitely know that you don't need to know each and every property. If you know that you have that property with you, like there is something which exists like that, so it would work, right? Alt width, height, okay. So image cover, I guess, image cover CSS, right? Object fit property, that is I'm looking for, right? So I'll just write it object fit, and I'll just give it a property of cover. Okay, I'll just give it contain. All right, that is also overflowing. Just write fill here. Okay, so let me just find out image. Okay, okay, cover, contain, fill. Okay, fit, I guess. Okay, so these are overflowing. Let me just quickly let's see what that property is. Scale down. No, that is not the property I'm looking for. Contain was not working, right? All right, so let's find out what that property is. Okay, so one thing we can do is we can give all the images these properties. So image height 100%, width 100%. This will limit everything, right? And border radius we've given as well. So this would work just fine. Okay, so I'll just give it, okay, so dot card, I'm giving border radius 1, and you can see now this looks just fine. I'll just keep on reloading, and you can see different images will be popping up, right? Let me just change this to 1.5 rem. So this way you can see project will actually take a really big. You can definitely get an idea that you have to put screenshots of your project here, right? And okay, so this is overflowing a little bit. Let me just do one thing. I'll just give it a min width of, okay, so I have to give 1.5 rem here as well, definitely. Okay, so min width of 1.5 rem. Let me just reload this. Okay, so 16 is to 1.5 rem. I just make it 1.6 rem or 1.7 rem so that I'm not having that. Uh, yeah, yeah, this is working just fine. All right then. So I guess this is working just fine. I want one thing, that when I hover on these actually grow. I'll just create a new class of grow here. So just give it grow on hover, and I want transform scale 1.0.2, right? 1.1. I'll just, to every project item, I'll just give it a scale property, this grow property, right? All right, grow. You can see when I hover on this, these they actually increase their size. Okay, so this is right now, this is how they're looking right now. Okay, and also I want them to scale like slowly, not quickly. So I'll just write here. So we can always use Google. So scale slowly CSS. Okay. How to slowly transform scale with CSS? Let's go to Stack Overflow. You'll find a lot of solutions here. So you can see I just copy this code, right? And okay, so transition property is what we are looking for. I'll just select this, and in the grow only I'll just add a transition. Let's see if this works. So this is really taking a lot of time, so let's give it 0.5 seconds. So you can see right now they are working just fine. Let me just 0.2 seconds. So you can see now, like, it is looking really good, right? I'm able to scale these as per my liking. Okay, all right. So let's see how our website is looking here. So I'll just reload. You can see now my projects are being the project size is increasing as I'm trying to scale, right? Great, this is looking great. Also want one thing, that projects should actually have that tooltip also. So to add the tooltip, I'll just Google what is, like, just CSS tooltip. So there are a lot of problems which are already solved, so you don't need to invent the wheel again and again. So just type CSS tooltip here, you'll get W3 School site, and they have provided this code. Let's do try it yourself. You can see hover over this tag and you'll get this. So we have to copy these styles, right? Let me just give another style.css. I'll just create, like, I'll just separate whatever code I'm getting from some other place in a different CSS file. So uh, tooltip external.css, I'll call it external.css, right? And I'll just give it a, like, put the tooltip code here. In the index.html file also we need to add one thing, that is uh, external.css, right? All right. And to the thing which I'm providing tooltip, definitely I want to give it a span class also. So okay, so great. So like just like we are doing there. So I'll just copy here, and inside every project I'll give a span card. So I'll just, in the project, for every project item, I'll just select all of them so that I'm able to paste them together, right? I'll just paste here, right? So right now tooltip text is where it should be shown, but right now I have not provided a tooltip property here. Tooltip property, now you can see it, the tooltip text has gone. If I hover, you can see now I am able to find the tooltip text, right? Okay, so right now it's not styled, so I'll just do one thing. You can see now we can see the tooltip text. Okay, also one thing that okay, so great. So inside this project item, dot project item dot css. Image for this, I'll just give it a z index. Okay. For this, I'll give it a z index of let's say 1. Right. Okay. Let's give it. So it is not now, like border of bottom is not visible for some reason after I've given it tooltip text, right? So I definitely want that to happen. Let's see if they are changing bottom. So they have changes. I'll just remove this property from here so that I'm having the border bottom property again, right? Okay. I want this tooltip text to actually come in between, like in the center. So in the tooltip, I should have a display of flex, right? Flex. So now display flex, line item center, justify content center. You can see now it is coming in like in the center, right? And here you can add your project name, right? Definitely. And like this is how you can give stylings to your project, correct? So this is it, right? We can definitely change this text to some other you can say long text. So instead of just writing tooltips text, you can actually add your project description so that when someone hovers on it, so I'll just give it a lorem of 20, right? 20 words. So it's actually overflowing. I'll just give it a width. We have actually there, so I'll just give it a max width of 90%. 90%. Okay. So now you can see it is looking just fine, right? So it is not overflowing yet, it is taking the maximum space which is possible, right? So this is how we are working with the, you can say the, yes, this is how we are working with the projects, and you can see right now projects are actually overflowing, like they're coming on that on the nav bar, which I don't want, right? So I'll just do one thing. Definitely, I think that is due to yeah, here we are providing the index that, so external things definitely mess up your project a little bit, but definitely index. So there's no z index now. I'll just check once again. So let's just provide the navigation bar z index of 999. So z index of 999. That way nothing will come at the top of it. What no matter what the index of that item is, right? So now we've added tool text. You can definitely get your project here, right? And yeah, that should do the thing. So this is about my project. Let's quickly finish this in the next video, and let's quickly wrap up with the project in the next video as well. So I hope you're enjoying these videos, and see you in the next video. Bye.